To everyone currently protesting, I need you guys to understand that we're being set up. We have many nonprofits that are paying people daily to go riot and loot in our name, making the rest of the United States believe that all we're doing is looting and rioting in the name of our protest. It doesn't matter how many peaceful protest videos you post, mainstream media is not showing that. And because of that, we have many other communities that are going against us and do not understand our cause. This is exactly what happened to the Black community during the BML movement in 2020. The National Guard was also deployed when they were peacefully protesting against police brutality. Many people turned their backs against the Black community because we all believed that they were just rioting and looting and vandalizing their own cities. But they were, in fact, peacefully protesting. Let me tell you what the Black community did so they can turn the tables and defeated whatever greater purpose mainstream media and the government had against them. Because if there's anything I keep pushing, is how people, the rich people, the elite, are trying to divide us so they can continue to keep us conquered. Black Lives Matter movements were a perfect example of that, and what currently happening right now is another example of such. The Black community began to show who the looters and the rioters were. Majority of them were white. They began to show all the setups that these nonprofits were doing to have the people that were being paid to show up and vandalize the cities. They began to show the world how they were in fact peacefully protesting, not by showing the protest itself, but by beginning to call out and show who these rioters were. The second thing that they did was show up the next day and clean up the city. Even though it wasn't them making the mess, they were showing how they were all about continuing to keep our city safe. And the third thing they did, which is what we began doing now, is showing videos of the police that were abusing their power and hurting peaceful protesters. There's a current video showing where a woman was only walking to her house or to her apartment, and the police shot at her just because she was explaining to them how she needed to walk that way to go home. She kept her distance, didn't scream, didn't aggravate, kept peacefully talking to them, but she was still shot at. There's videos of policemen on a horse randomly beating a random protester. We gotta continue to post these videos of the police brutality currently happening in our peaceful protest, but we also gotta start showing who these looters and rioters are, because none of them are Latinos. And these rioters and looters are getting paid a minimum of $200 a day. My perspective on all of this, President Trump is not trying to do martial law. Martial law is when the military takes over law enforcement. President Trump is in fact trying to do the Insurrection Act. That is when law enforcement works alongside the military to police the cities. Now, this might be a far stretch, but I wholeheartedly believe that an Alien Enemy Act can take place. This is when the United States decides to declare war on a specific nation and can deport anybody that's here undocumented or with visas from said country without due diligence. An expedited deportation. The American born from that nation are put in concentration camps. The last time this took place was during World War II with the Japanese. You have heard me speak on my previous videos about unity when it comes to the Black community and the Latino community and all other communities. We do not need the Black community to come out and protest for us. We don't need anybody protesting for us. But this is when we all need to unite because there's something greater coming, and this is just the beginning. So to my fellow Latinos that are going to go protest this weekend and have been protesting, raise the American flag, because it is unlawful to shoot at the American flag or if you have an oath to the country. Record all the looters and rioters. Call them out. Do not antagonize any police officers or military personnel. Majority of them will stand with us when the time is right. Look at the Black Lives Matter movement, how the police and military stood with them when the time was right. What is happening to our people is not right, but we are not going to help any of them if we continue to fall under whatever agenda these people have against our community.